Yes, after this video, many people say that at 62 years old they feel 10 years younger after practicing the fascia bounce exercise for 8 days, exactly as I teach it. He found his rhythm, and it completely transformed the way he moves. And that's exactly the transformation I want to share with you today. You might be wondering, how is it possible that a 62-year-old man feels 10 years younger after just 8 days of practice? The answer lies in the exercise itself, which was designed to restore the body's elasticity, something we naturally lose over time. Today, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to perform the fascia bounce, but before that, we need to clearly understand what elasticity means in the human body. Think of an old pair of underwear, the kind you've worn so much that the elastic has completely lost its shape and now just falls down constantly. It may sound silly, but it's a perfect analogy. Fascia is the tissue that surrounds all the muscles in your body. If you've ever cut a chicken breast, you'll remember that thin layer around the meat. That's fascia. Over time, just like the elastic in clothing, fascia loses its elasticity. When that happens, the body loses its natural spring in movement, and your muscles start working much harder than they should. This extra effort creates imbalances, which lead to weakness, loss of coordination, reduced agility, and a greater risk of injury, making aging a real challenge. The biggest enemy of the body's elasticity is, essentially, either excessive tension or excessive looseness. A tense body can't be elastic, but a body without proper firmness also loses its ability to respond. That's where fascia work comes in. We need to adjust the tissue precisely, keeping it taut internally, but without creating tension. This balance is what allows the body to regain its natural, fluid, and energized movement. To begin, it's important to align the body correctly. Lift your head as if a divine hand were gently pulling it upward, lengthening your neck effortlessly, keeping your chin parallel to the floor without tilting forward or backward. This positioning ensures that your spine is aligned, your neck muscles aren't overloaded, and your body is ready to absorb movement efficiently. The shoulders should remain relaxed, lightly pressing downward, while the head creates an upward force, establishing a balanced pressure that activates elasticity without creating tension. When you perform the fascia bounce, you're not just stretching and strengthening the tissue, you're also activating the body's natural muscle recovery mechanisms. Consistent practice increases circulation, supports muscle fiber regeneration, and improves proprioception. That is, your body's sense of its position in space. This explains why older individuals report feeling younger and more agile after just a few days of training. Restored fascia allows for lighter, quicker, and more precise movement. Additionally, the exercise strengthens the connection between muscles and the nervous system, improving reflexes, balance, and coordination, all essential for maintaining independence and quality of life as we age. Another important point is that fascia doesn't work in isolation. It interacts with all the body's systems, including joints, deep muscles, and even the circulatory system. When you perform fascia bounce exercises correctly, you're triggering a domino effect of benefits: improved mobility, reduced chronic pain, injury prevention, and an overall sense of lightness. It's a workout that, although simple, produces deep results because it targets the structural foundation of the human body. So, if you want to regain that feeling of lightness and vitality that seemed lost with age, integrating the fascia bounce into your routine is a powerful strategy. It's not just about movement, but about restoring the tone, elasticity, and efficiency of the body, allowing each step, stretch, and bounce to be performed with ease and safety. In just 8 days, as my 62-year-old neighbor reported, it's possible to feel a real, noticeable, and motivating difference. A true rebirth of your body in motion. Now let's work on stretching the fascia from top to bottom, as if we were putting on a wetsuit, one that molds to every muscle in the body. This is what we call the fascia suit, a way to visualize the layer that surrounds the muscles and ensures each movement is absorbed efficiently. With the body aligned, we begin to gently stretch from left to right, opening the chest and lengthening the upper back in a controlled way. This stretch not only activates the fascia, but also increases body awareness, allowing each muscle to work in a coordinated and balanced manner. Think of fascia as a kind of Spider-Man suit that covers all the muscles in the body. It's a helpful image to understand the function of this tissue. It connects, protects, and distributes force evenly. With this visualization, the exercise becomes more intuitive and effective because you feel like you're wearing an internal system that needs to be tight enough to offer support, but flexible enough to allow movement. As you hold this stretch, focus on your shoulders. They should remain relaxed, gently pressing downward. Imagine gravity softly pulling the weight of your shoulders toward your center, distributing that mass into the abdominal region, both front and back. It's a subtle but extremely important detail. When the shoulders rise toward the ears, we lose connection to the body's center, and the fascia can no longer transmit force efficiently. Keeping the shoulders down ensures the movement's energy is focused in the core, activating the deep abdominal and back muscles that truly drive motion. Next, let's move to the position of the feet. Rise onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels about 1 centimeter. It's just a slight lift, enough to feel the body respond. Start doing small, gentle bouncing movements while maintaining tension in the fascia. This movement activates the natural elasticity of the calf muscles, ankles, and feet, preparing the body to absorb impact and improve balance, essential for more complex movements. Now let's move on to what I call FSF Dance, Fascia Strength and Power Dance. In this exercise, you maintain full alignment, feeling the fascia stretched upward and downward from left to right while performing coordinated arm movements. Notice that the hips also move in a controlled way, like a slight Elvis-style sway, but the key is that the movement doesn't come from the shoulders or hips alone. It comes from the center of the body, which functions as the true engine of movement. This central focus ensures that the fascia works efficiently, transmitting force evenly throughout the body, increasing stability, coordination, and power. The beauty of this exercise is that it combines stretching, strength, and body awareness in a simple yet highly effective way. With each movement, you're training the body to regain elasticity, improve posture, strengthen deep muscles, and increase responsiveness with every step. People who practice regularly report feeling lighter in their movements, reduced chronic pain, more agility and energy, as if regaining years of lost vitality. It's a workout that doesn't just affect the physical body, but also shifts your perception, making every movement more efficient and safe. If you keep this practice daily, even for just a few minutes, you'll notice that your muscles begin to work in synergy with the fascia, your reflexes improve, your posture naturally corrects itself, and the feeling of firmness and lightness becomes constant. This is the true power of fascia bouncing and dancing, restoring the body, preventing injuries, and bringing back the sensation of youth. Without the need for complex equipment or exhausting workouts, each short session reinforces this internal network, building strength, elasticity, and balance that carry over into every daily activity. Now let's focus on the hips and the center of the body, which serve as the true engine of movement. Imagine your center drawing a horizontal figure 8, almost like the movements of a belly dancer. As I perform the FSP dance, Fascia Strength and Power Dance, my mind is focused on maintaining stretch and alignment. The fascia stretched upward and downward from left to right without overdoing the tension. The key is to feel the fascia lengthened internally, yet still allow freedom of movement. This balance is fundamental for building strength in the fascia. Enough tension to activate the tissue, but not so much that it limits the body's natural range of motion. With the heels raised, I begin using the toes and balls of the feet to create a small up and down motion. It's important that the heels stay firm, almost glued to the ground. If they float, the energy of the movement dissipates and the leg muscles don't absorb the impact properly. By keeping the heel grounded, the force generated when touching the floor travels back up through the body, functioning like a true trampoline effect that activates deep muscles, joints, and even improves local circulation. This simple yet powerful mechanism helps strengthen the entire leg structure, increasing endurance, elasticity, and coordination. For those with injuries or who are of older age, it's totally acceptable to stay in this position without lifting off the ground. Simply perform the up and down motion gently, maintaining alignment and keeping the fascia stretched. Even without jumping, the exercise provides deep stimulation, activating the muscles, promoting circulation, and improving joint mobility. If you feel ready, you can progress to fascia hopping, lifting your feet a few centimeters off the ground with each movement. It's crucial that the heels remain fixed during the jump, as any incorrect movement allows energy to escape and reduces the effectiveness of the exercise. By keeping the heels grounded, you ensure that each hop transfers energy throughout the body, activating the fascia and muscles in a coordinated way. It's as if you're recharging the body with every touch of the floor, improving elasticity, strength, and the feeling of lightness. This is the core concept of fascia hopping. The fascia is stretched internally, creating just enough tension to strengthen the tissue, without restricting freedom of movement. With regular practice, the body begins to relearn its natural elasticity, muscles move more efficiently, posture improves, and the overall sense of vitality increases. People who incorporate this practice report feeling younger, more agile, and more energetic, as if regaining years of lost mobility and strength. This exercise isn't just physical, it's a deep reconnection with the body. You learn to feel every muscle, every joint, and work with the fascia consciously. It's a workout that activates both body and mind, promoting balance, strength, endurance, and elasticity all at once. And best of all, it can be adapted to any skill level or age, making it a powerful ally in the pursuit of healthy movement and lasting vitality. Now we've reached the fascia dance part. To get the most out of this exercise, it's important to create a simple and consistent routine. An effective plan is to practice for 2 minutes every day for 1 week. It may not seem like much, but the key lies in quality and proper alignment, not in how much time you spend. Following what I've shown earlier, align your body, keep your shoulders relaxed and your heels grounded, and begin the movement with full awareness. The second point, and perhaps the most important, is to find a natural rhythm. This isn't about jumping randomly or in a disorganized way. You need to establish a consistent, fluid bump, bump, bump pattern. This rhythm is essential because it allows the muscles to relax at the right moment, releasing unnecessary tension and activating the fascia's elasticity. When you find your ideal rhythm, the body begins to work in a coordinated way, and each hop, each movement, is absorbed and distributed efficiently through the connective tissue. Think about a dancer's movements. A dancer can't move rigidly. They rely completely on the body's elasticity, on the ability to absorb and release energy in a fluid way. The same principle applies here. Each jump, each up and down movement with heels grounded activates the fascia and strengthens the deep muscles, improving balance, posture, and agility. It's like teaching the body to move with both lightness and power at the same time. In addition, this exercise has cumulative effects. By practicing daily, even for just 2 minutes, you begin to notice a feeling of lightness in your movements, better coordination, and less muscle stiffness. Fascia, which often becomes rigid with age or from accumulated tension, begins to regain its natural elasticity, Over time, this translates into more efficient movement, lower risk of injury, and an overall sense of renewed vitality. Another crucial point is that this practice doesn't require equipment or special spaces. It can be done anywhere, whether in your living room, bedroom, or even your backyard. What matters is paying attention to the details, alignment, and rhythm. Every small adjustment makes a difference, as fascia is sensitive to tension and posture. With consistent practice, you'll be strengthening your body from the inside out, activating muscles that often remain unused in daily life, and naturally improving coordination and endurance. The key to success in this exercise is combining alignment, rhythm, and body awareness. These three elements together not only strengthen the fascia, but also bring about a true transformation in how you move, restoring agility, lightness, and energy that often seem lost with age. By practicing correctly and consistently, you can feel your body growing younger, your movements more agile, and your inner strength renewed, like reclaiming years of vitality and well-being. This is exactly why dancers move with such grace and lightness. They're able to combine strength, elasticity, and rhythm in an almost magical way. And you can apply the same principle in fascia hopping. Find a consistent rhythm and do your 2 minutes daily for 7 consecutive days. Each day, try to move with more smoothness and more rhythm than the day before. This small progression in rhythm and fluidity acts as a real barometer of progress. As you improve in these two aspects, you're naturally developing elasticity in the body, strengthening the fascia and deep muscles in a coordinated and efficient way. One technique I often use to stay mindful during the jumps is to imagine I'm a human pogo stick. Think of that classic toy. The pogo stick has a powerful spring at its base. When a child jumps on it, the spring absorbs the impact force and returns energy for the next bounce, creating a continuous and efficient motion. In the human body, fascia functions in a very similar way. When you keep your heels grounded and hop with rhythm, each touch on the ground absorbs and redistributes energy throughout the body, boosting strength, elasticity, and coordination at the same time. This analogy helps you realize that you don't need extreme effort or high jumps to get benefits. The key point is the quality of the movement. The fascia should be internally stretched, the muscles activated, but without excessive tension that limits natural movement. By training this way, you're teaching the body to use fascia elasticity intelligently, allowing for more fluid movements, more powerful jumps, and an overall feeling of lightness that is often lost over the years. Another interesting benefit of fascia hopping is that it consciously activates the nervous system, helping improve balance and body awareness. The simple act of maintaining rhythm, alignment, and jump control increases proprioception. In other words, the body's ability to sense its position in space. This is crucial, especially as we age, because it makes us less prone to tripping, falling, and other common injuries in older adults. By practicing fascia hopping with rhythm, awareness, and daily consistency, you're doing an exercise that not only strengthens muscles and joints, but also restores the body's natural elasticity, improves coordination, posture, and mobility, and brings back that sense of energy and lightness many think they've lost with age. It's a simple, accessible, yet extremely powerful method for revitalizing the body from the inside out. Remember when we were kids and we'd wake up ready to run, jump, and play all day without feeling tired? We ran, climbed, jumped over obstacles. Even intense activities like wrestling or sprinting were done with ease and without pain. That lightness, that constant energy came from the fascia's natural elasticity. Every step had a spring-like effect. Every movement was powered by a connective tissue network that stored and returned energy efficiently. In addition, this practice improves coordination, balance, and body awareness. When you maintain proper rhythm and alignment during the jumps, your brain and nervous system learn to synchronize muscles, joints, and fascia. creating safer and more precise movements. This improvement in proprioception not only boosts performance in physical activities but also helps prevent falls and injuries, which are common with aging. Fascia hopping turns your body into an efficient and elastic machine, bringing back that lost feeling from childhood when every movement felt natural, light, and full of energy. Each jump, each bounce, each motion becomes an opportunity to reconnect with your internal elasticity, strengthening fascia, improving posture, agility, and vitality in a surprisingly simple but deeply effective way. That childlike elasticity, that lightness and ability to move effortlessly, is exactly what we're trying to restore with fascia hopping. Each jump, each bounce, each movement is designed to reconnect the body with fascia's natural elasticity, allowing the muscles to work more efficiently and in harmony, reducing unnecessary tension and preventing wear over time. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. Remember to practice consistently, focus on proper alignment, maintain rhythm and body awareness, and you'll notice a significant improvement in how your body moves, in your posture, balance, and overall vitality. See you in the next video, and keep investing in your body's elasticity. It's the key to lighter, faster, and healthier movement at any age.